Hi, my name is Leona from Supra Conscious Soul, and this is your full moon or your super full moon in Cancer reading. So this will be for about the next 2 weeks until your new moon, but they call it a super moon because there's two this month, one right at the beginning, and then we have one right in the last day of January as well. So underneath the deck we have the Penguin of Shells, or the Seer of Shells, sorry. So this guy is the Knight of Cups, and he's coming in with an offer. He's coming in with a message. He's also coming in with an energy of kind of going with the flow. There's that water energy. He's like, look, I'm going with the flow, but he's also very grounded. He's also on here very grounded, but going with the flow, able to jump into the water when he wants to jump into the water. It's also talking about a time of high communication for all of us as well here with the shell. Yeah, it's talking about a time of listening to our intuitions. It's a time of clairvoyance. It's a time of messages. It's a time of heightened channeling, and the moon all brings this in. So the first card of the reading is the Seer of Branches. Now this is the Knight of Wands, and he is coming in with a fire energy. It's also saying that if you have a business, something you're passionate about, it's asking you to carry on putting your energy into that. It's asking you to carry on having that fire and passion towards the directions that you want to go, whether that's spiritually, whether that's at work, whether that's towards relationships. But there's this energy of movement forward. There's this energy of still trying to move forward, but also while learning the lessons of the past, because the opposite card at the top row is the Hermit, or the Owl, Keeper of the Light. So this is saying that we're kind of at a point where we're going through a phase where we're learning from the past, we're discovering our own light, and we're deciding what it is that we're kind of representing, what we're kind of standing for at the moment. This is also about soulmates, twin flames, because we have the Two of Cups here, or the Two of Shells, and we also have the Honeybee, or the Heart Awakener, in the bottom row, which is the Lover's card. So in terms of romance, it's a very good time for romance, and I feel like it's also a time for it's like we're just going through this phase of healing. So, and part of that healing with the Two of Cups energy is looking at things that weren't working in the past, looking at how we can adapt things, how we can make things better, how we can move forwards with this energy, with this, the fox, or the Seer of Branches. He is lively, he is passionate, he is goal orientated. He knows what he wants, and he goes for it, and he can kind of go for it with a confidence because he's looked at this past energy, because he's kind of worked on himself. For some of you, you might just want to have a little bit of solitude. You might be taking the time in to not be focused on relationships, but be focused more on your passions, more on your work, more on driving forward. In the center row, we have the Nine of Shells, which is the Wish card. So this is saying that whatever it is that you want to bring about at this moment, with this energy of the fox as well, it's talking about bringing this energy in of abundance. The fishes are always representative of abundance. So make your wish and decide what it is that you want to bring forward with this new energy, this first of January energy, this new year energy, because it can be very abundant if you go with the flow, is what I'm seeing. It's very abundant if you keep the energy flowing, if you keep that energy towards what you're working towards flowing. Then the Nine of Shells here promises abundance. Or it could be promising love for some of you. That love that you've waited for could be coming in with the Nine of Shells. Because for some it's love, for some it's money, I feel. So in the center of your reading, we have the Horse, or the Chariot. And this is talking about there being that doorway at the moment, there being that connection to the higher realms and the astral realms and different dimensions at the moment. It is a time to try and balance yourself within those two realms, to stay quite grounded while also allowing yourself to be open spiritually, in order to maintain that balance so that you can move forward. Because it could be quite emotional with the Two of Shells as well. It could be that there's a strong urge, and you're driven by a strong urge to kind of move towards something. There's something that is driving you, and it feels like home, because underneath we have the sea turtle, which is the nurturer of shells. So this is the Queen of Cups. So she's talking about nurturing, loving. She's talking about being a supportive energy, in terms of your dreams at the moment. And it's also, I think, a time in terms of family. We have the gorilla, or the Six of Fossils, and this talks about trying to maintain a level of reciprocity within family relationships, and looking at the past within family relationships as well, with it being underneath the Hermit. So there's this sense of kind of bringing it back to a place that can kind of have balance for both of you as well. There's also kind of like a Libra energy with that, with the balance and the Six of Fossils. But it's very much about family. There could be some disharmony because we do have the Ten of Fossils in reverse. This talks about legacies, it talks about families, it can talk about inheritance, it can talk about financial pressures. Somebody could be projecting their financial pressures onto you, with it being next to the Queen of Cups as well. Or you could be trying to maintain a level of financial stability within a family setting, which is causing you to try and balance that and create more harmony. But the clue is inside you, because if you look at the past, you already know how to deal with this. The Chariot also talks about two energies moving together to allow a situation to move forward. So next to the Six of Fossils and the Ten of Fossils in reverse, it could be that somebody in your family is trying to block you, or has been trying to block you. And there is a nurturing energy that is needed in this situation. There's a need to give more love than is necessary towards the situation with the honeybee. This is very much a time to repair relationships. In terms of your oracle cards, you've got Hilarion. It says 46, which is 10, which is 10, which breaks down to 1, which is about new beginnings, which is great for the 1st of January. It says Hilarion is from Saturn and steps down his energy through the Temple of Truth over Crete. He is negotiator for Earth on the Council of Saturn and helps us remain connected to our spiritual journey. As master of the orange 5th ray of technology, science, truth and knowledge, he invites you to open your mind so that he can drop seeds of new ideas into your consciousness. He assists those who are ready to become higher channels and clairvoyance. Your guidance is to sit quietly and ask him to help you be all that you can be. The affirmation with this card is, I open myself to the wisdom and guidance of Hilarion. So this is your Ascension card. This is the Ascension energy for the collective at the moment. Next card we have is Kuthumi. And it is from the Ascended Masters. And he is asking us to stay focused. He's saying to do not allow people energy to kind of knock you off your goal. Maintain this forward direction, he's saying. He's saying make sure that you prioritize your goals and do the things, the biggest priorities as quick as you can throughout the day. So get them done and then allow yourself to relax. He's asking you to complete goals. He's asking you to keep on with what it is that you are manifesting, what it is that you are bringing into your world this year. So we also have from the Osho Transformational Tarot, we have the card of energy, 39. Now, the story that goes with this card is that there's a man and he was feared throughout the land. And what it was is he used to collect this, he used to collect people's fingers. Now, he needed a certain amount of fingers. That was his goal. And he was like, yeah, I need this amount of fingers. Now, he got to 999. He wanted 1,000. Now, this Buddha man came walking by. He was brave. And he said, look, if you're going to do that to me, then basically that is what I was here. That is what I'm here for. So, they're basically having a discussion, and it turns out that the Buddha says to the man, look, do these two things for me, and then I will be what you need me to be. I will allow you to take my fingers to finish your goal. Yeah. So the Buddha says to him, go and cut down that beautiful branch from the tree so that I can smell it and see the flowers. So the man goes to cut down the branch from the tree, and it brings it back to the Buddha. Yeah. And the Buddha says, now put it back on the tree. Yeah, and the man's like, well, I can't. And basically in doing so, he learnt the lesson that it's like he was so goal orientated that he'd forgot about things like love, he'd forgot about things like compassion. So it's saying that although you're supposed to stay focused on this journey, do not forget about love. Do not forget about compassion. Do not be so focused with your energy that it's about attaining some unrealistic goal that serves no purpose. Once this man got 1,000 fingers on his necklace, it just means that 1,000 people have feared him, and his goal has no value to anybody but himself. It's also asking you to think about your goal as in a community goal, as in a collective goal, and what it does for the collective, and how you can bring more love into the energy of what you're creating. So, thank you for listening. If you would like a personal reading with me, all the information is in the box below. Have a great New Year's Day. Stay blessed. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.